Welcome children. In today's session we are going to revise chapter number 5, that is the fundamental unit of life. This chapter is coming in your periodic test 1, so that is why before that exam we are taking revision of this chapter. So let us start. The fundamental organizational unit of life is the cell. Cells are enclosed by a plasma membrane composed of lipids and protein. The cell membrane is an active part of the cell. It regulates the movement of material between the ordered interior of the cell and the outer environment. In plant cells, the cell wall composed of mainly cellulose is located outside the cell membrane. The presence of cell wall enables the cells of plants, fungi and bacteria to exist in hypotonic media without bursting. The nucleus in eukaryotes is separated from the cytoplasm by double-layered membranes and it directs the life processes of the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum functions both as a passageway for the intracellular transport and as an manufacturing surface. The Golgi apparatus consists of stacks of membrane-bound vesicles that function in the storage, modification, and packaging of substances manufactured by the cell and manufactured inside the cell. Most plant cells have a large membranous organelles called plastids, which are of two types, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chromoplasts are the colorful plastid and leucoplasts are the colorless plastids, and chromoplasts can again be divided into various groups depending upon the pigment which they have. So now let us practice some of the questions. These are all MCQ types of questions. So the first question which I have taken here is, which plastids are colorless? And the options are chromoplast, chloroplast, leucoplast, all of the above options and none of the above options. So the correct answer is colorless is yes, leucoplast. Chloroplasts are always green in color because of presence of chlorophyll pigment in them. Chromoplasts have different types of colors. So that is a broader group which is having colorful plastids. It can have yellow, orange, etc. different types of colors. So the correct answer of colorless plastids is leucoplast. Now next question. An unripe green fruit changes its color when it ripens. The reason behind this is what? Chromoplast changes to chlorophyll, chromoplast changes to chromosomes, chromosomes changes to chloroplast, and chloroplast changes to chromoplast. None of the above. Yes children, this question is very easy. Yes, chromoplast changes to chloroplast changes to chromoplast, means earlier it was green, then it got some color. It may be the red color or dark maroon color. Why this happens? Because of conversion of chloroplast into the chromoplast. So an unripe green fruit changes color when it ripens because of conversion of chloroplast into chromoplast. The phenomenon where cytoplasms shrink in a hypertonic medium is called, first option is frontolysis, other one is plasmolysis, next is acidolysis, and next option is allolysis, and last option is none of the above. So you have already learnt about this also. Plasmolysis is the correct answer. Now next question, dash is called the energy currency of the cell, and this is very easy and very common question. So it is ATP, which is known as energy currency of the cell, and its full form is adenosine triphosphate. Dash is called the powerhouse of the cell. Yes, again a very easy question. Mitochondria, ATP, lysosomes, RBCs, none of the above. So the correct answer is mitochondria. Mitochondria are called as powerhouse of the cell because ATPs are generated there. Dash coined the term cell. In the beginning of chapter only, there is so much of explanation about this. It is Robert Hooke who first coined the term cell. Although he observed dead cell, but he was the first one who used this term cell. Chromosomes are made up of DNA or protein, or DNA and protein, or RNA. So what is the correct option here? C is the correct option. Which of these is not related to endoplasmic reticulum? The option first is it behaves as a transport channel for proteins between nucleus and cytoplasm. Second option says it transports materials between various regions in the cytoplasm. And the next option says it can be the site for energy generation, and last option is it can be the site for some biochemical activities of the cell. The correct answer is option C. It can be the site of energy generation. So this is not related to endoplasmic reticulum. That is why this is the correct answer. Now, which cell organelle plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisonous material which is present in the cell and drugs in the cells? So the options are Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and vacuoles. The correct answer is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Children, you have already learnt about it, that in liver cells of some animals, that these smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a very important role in detoxifying so many poisons and drugs in the cell. Moving on to the next question, that is the proteins and lipids essential for building the cell membrane are manufactured by rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, plasma membrane, or mitochondria. So the correct answer is rough endoplasmic reticulum. We all know that proteins and lipids are manufactured by rough endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes which are present on its surface helps in synthesis of these material. The only cell organelle seen in prokaryotic cell is mitochondria, ribosomes, plastids, or lysosomes. So the correct answer is ribosomes are present in prokaryotic cell. Now let us practice some of the fill in the blanks. So the first one which is taken here is dash is a Latin word for a little room. So the answer is cell. Cell is a Latin word for a little room. Second fill in the blanks is plant cells are stained using the stain called as safranin. There can be some other stains also. So safranin is given in your textbook. So you are supposed to write safranin. Next question is Virchow stated that dash arises from pre-existing cells. So all living cells arises from pre-existing cells. The largest cell is dash, ostrich egg. Ostrich egg is the largest cell. Then the next one is the dash and dash of cells are related to the specific function they perform. This is very important question. So it is shape and size of the cells which is related to the specific function that cell performs. Next is the process of dash helps in the movement of carbon dioxide and oxygen across the membrane. So the answer is diffusion. Diffusion process helps in the movement of carbon dioxide and oxygen across the membrane. Next question is the movement of water molecules through a selectively permeable membrane is called as dash. So it is osmosis. The movement of water molecule through a selectively permeable membrane is called osmosis. Next question is The dash of the cell membrane enables the cell to engulf in food and other materials from its external environment by the process of endocytosis. So the answer is flexible nature. The flexibility of the cell membrane enables the cell to engulf the food material. You must have seen that amoeba gets its food from the outer surrounding water through these vacuoles only, by this engulfing of food only. So how it is possible? It is possible only when the cell membrane is flexible.